Hello, YouTube collective. Oh, I almost forgot what I was going to say then. Right, so I'm going to do a longer targeted individuals tarot reading, and I'm probably going to get the what's the tea out towards the end. So we're going to do a nice big full spread. So we're going to start with what was the intention. Spread 1. Spread 2 is what's actually happening now, what their intentions are now, and then we're going to do some divination and go into the future and see what's coming up. Okay, so if you're being gang stalked, if you're targeted individual, if you've just got people in your energy, so I suppose kind of technically it is a past, present, future, but the past spread isn't what's happened in the past. It's more what the long-term plan was. What was the goal? Okay. So the closest reading to this is going to be one of the fully loaded readings. Same day guaranteed. You go via the link in bio or urbanwarlockhealing.com. Just to remind you, please do subscribe and like. Do comment if any of this does resonate as well. Right, so we're going to go for spread 1 then, which is going to be what was the intent, what was the plan, what was the plan really. Let's go for that. What was the plan? What's actually going off, and then future spread up to 6 months from now. Just to remind you, as we're going to be doing some divination, tarot is designed to say on your current path this is the most likely outcome. There are a couple of fixed cards in there. By that I mean the universe says it's got to happen, no way around. I'm expecting what's coming in a minute. Yeah, fixed cards. Universe saying it's got to happen, no way around it, but for the most part it's not. So in the event anything does come up and you don't like the sound of it, you can change it. Right, okay, so I mean, in the face of it, it's not looking too bad at the moment, but you know, this is what the plan was. So we start with the 7 of Pentacles. So I'm not going to go through the explanations like I do in my standard machine gun tarot readings. This is for more, if you're a bit more hardcore to my readings, I suppose. So, chop in the garden, fruits and flowers, not ready for harvest yet. So, I feel like this collective or this person that's after you, they can see you, and you're not where you want to be. You're not where you deserve to be yet. Okay, and you've just been kind of being proud of your efforts and stuff like that, and I don't feel like they've liked that. So we then got the Page of Cups. So there was an offer that's well, the idea was that there was an offer that was going to come in. Now it's Page's offer, so remember, Page's offers aren't very good. You know, Page of Pentacles, who's also about an offer. You know, remember that's the kind of breadcrumbing card. So similar energy but on an emotional level. 10 of Cups. Okay, so completion, happy families cards, wish fulfillment, abundance, manifestations, etc. I'm going to get some more cards out and we'll build this up, so just do bear with me as we build this story up, because it's going to be a little bit more in depth. Right, okay, so here's the shift. Here's the shift, right? So, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, what I'm going for here is, well, 2 things, right? 2 things. So, in the upright position, he's obviously juggling the Pentacles, so he's not sure what choice to make, right? The other way we can go is things being quite chaotic, lots going off, a lot of plates spinning. Now, in the upright position, what I say with this card is just keep focused, keep pushing through, and you'll be perfectly fine. Reverse position, I feel like the intention was for you to make a choice, but it was also designed to cause chaos around you. Now, as part of that kind of chaotic bad choice, which would have been the Page of Cups offer there, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's hold it upright. So upright's about balance. He's giving money out to the poor, scales in his hand. Reverse position, you're doing all the giving, you're putting all the hard work in. Potentially, if it does pertain to finances as well, that you're losing money. Okay. We then got King of Pentacles in the reverse position. So just remember, King's a masculine energy. We talk about energy, not gender in tarot. So it can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary, can also be an environment or a collective. Now, the King of Pentacles in the upright position is grounded, solid, stable, provider energy. Reverse position, selfish, greedy, miserly, etc. I feel like because this is what the intention was. Well, the intention number one is that this person or these people are greedy. They just think about themselves, and it's all been about like me, pull, and sucking in what they can do. Now, alongside that, because this is about intention, I also feel that the intention was for you to kind of, because the King of Pentacles can kind of pull away, go into his man cave, hide away and stuff like that. So I feel like there's a little bit of both going off there. Let's continue. Right, okay, so we then got there's a lot, I mean, as I always say with Pentacles, it relates to money, finance and non-financial wealth. Because we've got so many Pentacles coming out here, I do feel that part of this plan was to basically, you know, wipe out your finances or karma swap to get something that you're owed. Okay, so Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. So we've got the homeless figures there trudging through the snow, left out in the cold, wondering what to do. Okay, now Pentacles, stained glass window of the church there. Now, when it's in the reverse position, as I always say with this card, I'm often dealing with somebody who, like myself, has got a lot of pride. You're used to being let down, you're used to people not doing the job right. So when you get into times of need or stress, it's actually quite hard for you then to ask for that help and that support. Now, because this is in the reverse position, it's got an air of that to it. They wanted you to realise that there was support there, because I feel like with this collective, because when you're a targeted individual, one of the first attacks that they do is to isolate you or attempt to isolate you. And the idea is you go, oh my god, I'm excommunicated, I'm isolated here, what am I going to do? And yeah, it's not nice. Now, as you kind of press forwards and you start to realise your strength, your worth, your power, etc., you do realise that you do have support there. But if you're in any kind of position or of authority, it can be hard to then ask for that help, because then you start questioning, well, is this going to make people question my authority? Number one, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. Number two. Anyway, I'll carry on. I'll come back to that one. We then got Justice in the reverse. So they were trying to, you know, so that you didn't get the justice you deserve. And then we've got the Empress in the reverse position. So the Empress upright position, the divine feminine. Reverse position, they wanted to put you back into toxic femininity. And I'm saying back into because oftentimes when you're a targeted individual, it's that you have been a toxic feminine, you have been a people pleaser, you have gone along with the rules of the game of the Matrix. And what makes you a targeted individual isn't those things, it's that you start stepping into your power, you start realising your worth and value energetically, you start going off a bit like a bomb. And that's when it's like, zoop, all eyes on you, and that's when the targeting becomes more aggressive. Okay, right, let's continue. Right, Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay, swords is about the way we think about things and communicate. Right, so upright position, you're the figure there, two figures that have laid their swords down walking away. It generally talks about a difference of idea, direction, opinion, etc. Who's going to come out on top. So it's in the reverse position. So because these are collective, for some of you it was about backing down to somebody else. This person or people that have been targeting you, but I also do feel it's been designed to make you question, worry and doubt your own thought processes. Death card. So normally in a normal reading, I'd be saying with the death card it's a positive thing. Excuse me, because something happens out of your control, it allows you to shed that old skin, etc. In this case, I feel like what they were trying to do was to kill off a situation kind of almost by proxy on your behalf, or you know, so you give up and then they go, right, well, you're giving up now, so let's change the rules of the game. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. So I'm going to go for my more left field version of this card. So we've got the garden down there, it's a bit hard to see on this deck, and then we've got the archway, the mountain. So it talks about going on to bigger things. It's in the reverse position. They didn't want you to realise your power. They didn't want you to realise your strength, and they didn't want to realise that you're on your way to abundance, you're on your way to manifestations, and this is what the gameplay's been about, that 10 of Cups, okay? They can feel it, you know it, and this is what it's been about. Right, 3 of Pentacles. So normally, you know, this is collaboration. I feel like with this coming up in the upright, it's what I call a faux or folly card, a false card. And part of the gameplay here was for you to kind of fall back in line with a certain collective. And it's got a bit of an air of everything, you know, they're wanting everything to go to disaster for you because you're due your 10 of Cups. And what they want to do is they want a destiny or karma swap with you to get that. But what they want to do to lessen their karma is for you almost to dupe yourself into going, oh, do you know what, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough. This other person, they're obviously the leader that I'm not, so I'm going to fall back in line. It's probably the best thing for me to do, yada, yada, yada. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, lady in the garden there looking over the fruits or flowers, finally come to bloom. Before she harvests them at 10, she's just looking back at all the hard work and effort she's put in. Now, upright position, it can talk about, you know, getting to that achievement, getting that abundance, bringing the coin in, okay? Which I feel is part of it, because, you know, normally with this card I say it's when things haven't gone right. It's about looking back and going, do you know what, I turned up, I showed up, I put the effort in, F them sideways, they can watch me rise. It's in the reverse position, which often indicates questioning if there's any more you could have done in a situation. I feel like there is an air of that to it, but I also feel it's that kind of like, almost, I want to use the word despair, this despair that, you know, you've put all this hard work and effort in something, because we started off with the 7 of Pentacles, and then it's not gone good, right? Overall outcome card for what the plan was. King of Wands in the reverse. So King of Wands in the reverse position is what we call toxic masculine energy, okay? That can range from anger, aggression, oppression, suppression, abuse, lust, power, greed, someone or something that doesn't want to change. But it's all about that kind of power and control. They wanted you to fall back in line to be under the control of this King of Wands energy, because you've been hustling, you've been working hard, you've been working your way towards that 10 of Cups. It's on the precipice, and they know it, and they want to stop you from getting it. Right, I'm not going to pull some advice cards for this one because it doesn't really. Oh no, I'll do it anyway. So obstacles or blockages. The Moon card in the reverse, right? So the obstacle blockage here is that there has already been some information revealed. I'm going to go a little bit left field, and rather than just saying obstacle blockage, it feels like. It could be the obstacle blockage for this plan was that you got some information, you got some downloads, you received something in your dreams. Let's get the removing any blockages card out where it normally is, at least. Judgment. Okay, so yeah, so it feels like the obstacle blockage for you, should this plan have kind of gone forwards, was that you'd already had some downloads, some information about this person, about this collective, and it would be about ignoring that. Removing any blockages, as I call it, we've got the Judgment card. So it talks about either internal or external judgment. Now, because this is a targeted individual reading, it feels like it doesn't, even if this plan had worked, and it might have done, we'll see in the next spread, But it feels like even if this plan had worked, you're so heavily divinely protected, you're judged so much worthier of so much more by source, that it would never really come to fruition. But like, you know, we've got 2 more spreads to go yet, so who knows? I could be wrong. Right, so that's what the plan was. Let's now have a look at what's actually going off. What's the actual situation here, and we'll take it from there. Right. Okay. So it feels like this collective. I don't want to say the plan has worked, but I feel like. Well, let's go through it. So 8 of Cups in the reverse position. So you're being advised to walk away, leave this in the past. There is some reluctance to let this go. Reason being is that you've kind of gone into the 5 of Cups. So despair, mourning, grieving, and a bit stuck there, and not realising that there's going to be better opportunities ahead. Now, we then got the 2 of Swords in the reverse position. So taking the blindfold off, and that's going to help you to start moving forward. So it feels like you're aware, this personal collective, of what they've been doing and their motivations, right? But you've been like stuck. You've been holding on a little bit just in case there's anything that could change, or potentially kind of still questioning, yeah, but am I wrong? All the while being stuck in that 5 of Cups, kind of going, I feel sad about this. Why is this person? Why are these people treating me this way? I don't understand. And then there's clarity coming in. Okay, you're going to take that blindfold off. You're going to see the situation as it really is. Right. Okay, good. Maybe not. Right, so we then got the Hanged Man in the reverse. So Hanged Man, leap of faith card for me, stuck with a decision, left path, right path, stick or twist. Upright position, stuck there having a shift in perspective. Reverse position, either wait, or sod it, done, I'm off. Okay, hold fire on that one. Page of Swords, so more youthful energy with a page. Now the Page of Swords, if this is you, it's about blue sky thinking outside the box, being more creative and playful. I feel that this is someone else. I feel like it's somebody who's part of this collective, and I feel like they're continuing to spin a bit of a yarn. They're telling stories, they're making stuff up, and because of that, it's putting you in the world in the reverse. So last of the major arcanas, big cycle complete, upright position. This cycle has gone as far as it can do. What you're supposed to be doing is letting go and releasing this person or this collective, because they're doing you dirty, right? The problem is, it's in the reverse, you're holding on. So it's almost like you have suspicions that what somebody's telling you ain't quite right. You have suspicions that this person, I feel it's a person. I do feel like they're part of a greater collective of some sort. It doesn't have to be a big one. It could just be a small one. But I feel like you got suspicions that they're part of something else or something bigger. But you can't fully prove it, but they're letting you down. But because you can't fully prove it, and because you're going, yeah, but this person's a nice person, you're holding on. But it's sad because you're like, why am I being treated this way? Why is it going this way? Something's going to happen. You're going to get some information. This might have already happened for some of you, but you get some information or clarity. And I feel like with the Hanged Man, I feel like you were about to go, right, so I'm off. I'm done. Off with the red. But then they come in with Page of Swords. They come in with some tall tale. They come in with the, oh, I'm really sorry this is happening. And that's still kind of stopping you from closing down that cycle. Now, for me, if people keep continuously letting you down, it's time to cut ties. It's time to stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because when people let you down, it's having an effect on you. It's having, business, for example, if people keep letting you down, you've got to cut cords, because all you're doing then, some ridiculous sense of loyalty or wanting to help people, etc., you're then affecting your business. You know what I mean? And what you need to question is, they're not showing you loyalty, why are you showing them loyalty? Okay? Right, let's continue. Right, okay, so we then got the Six of Swords. So this is about mentally going in a new direction, going on to calmer waters. There is some sadness attached to it. So you're kind of going, right, I need to change my mindset on this. I'm sad that this person keeps mucking me about, but I need to go in a new direction. And then they're back again. They're back again in a Page of Pentacles energy. Again, breadcrumbing card, and it's more Pentacles. Poor me, I didn't do anything, da 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 da. The energy of this is draining and it's tiring, because we've then got the Nine of Wands in the reverse position. Nine's reflection card. It's going to be hard to see on this deck, I do apologise. So wounded warrior time, upright position, looking back, going, do you know what, I might be beaten, blooded, battered and bruised, but I'm still standing. Reverse position, feeling defeated. You're starting to feel defeated by, I don't want to say like about in regard to like everything, but it's this situation, because it's this person, it's like you can't prove that they're mucking you about, and every time you're like, right, I need to disconnect, I need to go away, they're back again, and it's leaving you drained and to the point of having enough. Ironic I say that, Tower card in the reverse comes out. Right, okay, so Tower card in the reverse, so Awakening cards. So I feel it can't be self-imposed. I don't think it is self-imposed. Did I say that? It could be. These are collective. So it's one of two things. It's either you end up in that kind of like, oh my God, I've been duped again, so you blow up the tower, I've had enough. My initial instinct was to say that the Tower card's going to come in on your behalf. It's not going to be the biggest surprise because it's in the reverse position, but the universe goes, enough's enough. This person is blocking you, they're stopping you, they're part of this bigger network to stop you from getting your abundance, right? This Tower card, I feel, is going to be some kind of revelation. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit shocking, but it's not going to be the biggest surprise. What that's then going to do is put you in the Nine of Cups. You're then going to say, on an emotional level, I did everything I could for this person. If they can't see that, if they've taken this other side, whatever the situation is, sod 'em, I'm done, right? By doing that, Temperance cards, you're going to get back into alignment, you're going to reshift the focus on yourself. So for some of you, this will have already happened. For some of you, I feel like you might just be waiting for this Tower card, okay? Right, let's continue. Right, Magician. Okay, so manifestation card. So, I mean, if you're a little bit witchy or you're an energy worker, it could be that because you get back into alignment, because you start refocusing on you and putting yourself first, something I'm learning, the Magician's going to get activated. That's then going to activate your Justice. Okay, so if this hasn't happened yet, this is the way we're going. Right, Ace of Swords. So reassessing, right, long term, how can I shift my mindset so I don't keep falling into this cycle repeat trap? Right, so for me, for example, with the stuff that's recently been happening with the new wave and the events and stuff like that, go and watch the longer content before this one. I'm at that point where I'm like, I can't keep trying to save other people. You know what I mean? You can lead a horse to water and all that, and you've got to say, at what point is this affecting my life? Because I'm trying to bring people with me, and all they keep doing is just letting you down, thinking they have carte blanche on things, and it's ridiculous, right? So it's about going, right, long term, I need to change my mindset. Not only so that this doesn't happen again, but so that you can step into that higher frequency. So, you know, your role is changing. Your job in a spiritual astral sense is changing. You're no longer supposed to be the warrior. You're now supposed to be the king or the queen or the emperor and the empress. So it's about changing that mindset. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this could, depending on the situation, it could be a bit of both. It's you investing in yourself, but also closing down that heart chakra, not giving away too much too easily, not always being the nice person. Going, no, enough's enough. The bank is closed. Overall outcome card. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Right, so I don't want you to worry about this too much. So, upright position, the apprentice, sat on his bench, banging away his pentacles, knows he's not a master of his skill yet, happy to go through that process. Reverse position, feeling like you're kind of grinding away a bit. I'm going to go a little bit left field with this actually and say it's less about, I mean, there could be a little bit of frustration kind of attached to it, but I feel it is a little bit of kind of realising that all that hard work and effort that you put in, it's not to say it's a waste, but realising I've been blocked. I've been getting blocked, right? Obstacles or blockages. 3 of Swords, right? So heartbreak card. So what this is saying to me is the obstacle or blockage here is that this person who's part of a bigger collective, I can't move away from that, has just been running knives through your heart. And you need to accept that and then release it. The longer you carry that with you, it's just going to slow things down. It's going to slow down your abundance. It's going to slow you from getting your manifestations. Right, advice card, Queen of Cups, removing any blockage. Right, so sit into that feminine energy. Remember that you're a good person. Remember that you do show love, you do show affection, etc., etc. And if other people can't see that, that's on them. Don't give it away so easily. So overall, if it's not happened yet, there's a Tower card coming. It's going to reveal something, and it's going to reveal and give you clarity. I was right. I've done everything I can do. I need to get into alignment. That's going to boost your magic. That's going to boost your manifesting power. That's then going to mean that you're going to start getting the justice you deserve. You do need to change the long-term mindset, but it's time to invest in yourself. Don't worry about shutting off that heart chakra for a little bit, especially to this person if they're still in your immediate vicinity. You might feel a little bit like, say, that you've put all this effort in and you've kind of wasted your time, because when you've been trying to help people, and when you put a lot of effort in, and when you've kind of given people ideas and stuff like that and information, and then they just stab you in the back with it, you do think, well, what have I been investing in here? What have I been working towards? Just saying. Right, so let's go on to the future spreads, and then we'll pull some what's the tea. The what's the tea should hopefully give us a few clues to who this person is. I think most of you will know, but it might give us some clues to the bigger network as well. Right, so 8 of Pentacles is back, so it's in the upright position, so that kind of takes some of the pressure off a little bit of this reading. So although you might be feeling a bit like I've kind of wasted my time, you're getting back on the horse, you're getting back hustling again. So we go from 8 to 9, right, so now you're in that energy of going, do you know what, I turned up, I showed up, it could be that you're starting to hit that abundance. 4 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, I'm going to go for my more left field version of this card. Upright position, being too mentally horizontal. Reverse position, actually taking that mental action to make changes moving forwards. I should tend to find this goes chronological. I can't remember if I said that or not. Right. Right, so we've got a King of Swords in the reverse position. So King of Swords in the reverse position is not a very good ruler. He can indicate narcissistic tendencies, or somebody's kind of saying nasty things. Now, the Queen of Swords in the reverse tends to be more kind of saying nasty, bitchy things behind your back. But in this case, I do feel potentially there could be things being said. Now, it won't be so much kind of like rumours and gossip, I think because when people in the kind of Queen of Swords in the reverse energy, when we're talking about things like rumours and gossip, they tend to try to make sure that nobody else is around, and they want it to kind of like be a bit of a Chinese whispers type effect. King of Swords in the reverse position in this case, I feel like this person, because you're like, nah, I'm not doing this, they're going to be openly saying to people, this person's this person's that, blah blah blah, right? The Moon card. So there's still some unknowns to the greater picture of this, to the greater puzzle that you're trying to unpick. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position is in... Let's just recap. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, right? So their plan to get you to fall in line hasn't worked, right? And it's gonna. I feel like that's this person or this collective, and there's starting to be friction, right? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Swords out of everything words we use. Forgot I'm not doing that. Right. So news coming in fast for expressing ourselves. Reverse position. I feel like it's some news not coming. Where's my deck gone? Completely throw me out. Right, 3 of Swords in the reverse. Right, so we had that as an obstacle or blockage, didn't we? So you're finally doing this release. I feel, right, that Knight of Swords is you staying quiet. Okay, it's about going, I don't need to justify myself. I don't care if you're running around. I don't care if there's this judgment around me. I don't care if you're causing friction for me. I'm not saying anything. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. And not in a kind of love and light brigade, cowardly spiritual community brigade. Don't say anything. And no, you've said your piece. You've done what you had to do. And now that you're starting to cut ties, now that you're starting to go, not doing this anymore, they're looking for a reaction. So it's not about staying quiet because you're a coward, it's that they're wanting a reaction and you're not responding. So you're going to then start releasing. We then got the Lovers in the reverse. Now, the Lovers in the reverse, because it's the Lovers card, I don't feel like this is a love-based connection. I feel like it's potentially like a friendship connection. So because it's the Lovers, fallout, friction, separation in the reverse, I feel like it's somebody that you haven't really known that long. I mean, if this reading was for me, that could be anybody, because I've not had anybody in my life that I haven't known over 2.5 years max, you know. Right, overall outcome card. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, 7 of Cups in the reverse, sorry. So, abundance, manifestations, wish fulfillment, it's in the reverse position. So, this for me, I'm going to go more positive. It's clarification that you are not far off getting that abundance. There's a little bit more to do because we need to completely cut and shut down this situation, this connection. But you're on route, you're on track, right? Obstacles or blockages. I'm looking at the camera, you know, because the camera switched off. I'm looking at the camera and I keep feeling a bit like, has the lighting changed? I don't know, we'll see. Right, so obstacles or blockages is the Sun card. Hold fire on that one, removing any blockages. 2 of Wands, right? So you need to be starting to make a plan, right? Plan moving forwards, a new plan moving forward. So it feels like the obstacle or blockage here is thinking that you had your opportunity for your Sun card, for your happy ending, for your happy life, and that's just not the case. It's that there's still some baddies in your energy that are trying to stop you, trying to block you. So it's time to make a new plan moving forward. So yeah, overall you're going to be fine. There's just going to be a little bit more mucking about, a little bit more trying to block you, and then like I say, because you're like, no, I'm not doing this anymore, that's going to trigger this person into King of Swords. I mean, as I always say, because it's masculine energy, it could be a few people doing that. So they go back to the ringleader. They're not having it, they're not doing it. Right, okay, let's all start telling people that you've been cut off, you're a nice person, you don't deserve this after everything you did for them, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and there's going to be attempts to try and kind of come back with some, like I say, that Page of Cups energy. It does feel like somebody kind of going, it's not like that. I can understand why you thought that, but obviously you're the you know what I mean? And you're like, no, I'm not having it. And then there's going to be more judgment. There's going to be more friction. Like I say, Three of Pentacles. It feels like they're trying to cause you more trouble. It does feel like there might be some falling out within that collective, that community, but you're just going to be like, no, I'm not doing it, and then you're going to start releasing the Three of Swords and cutting this person off. And then the universe is just saying, well, you're not getting it just yet, because the thing is, when we talk about abundance, manifestation, stuff like that, the universe often won't give it to you until it's safe to, because if there's any baddies in your energy and there's any chance of them getting their hands on it, well, you don't get to you know, experience the rewards then. You know, as I always say, you know, winning the jackpot on the lottery, 9 times out of 10 it's a test. It's a test, you know, are you going to blow it all, are you going to piss it up the wall, or you're going to give it away to everybody because you're a people pleaser. It's only a reward when you know your boundaries, you know, you've done your hard work. So let's get some, let's ask the T cards. What's the T cards, to see if there's any clues to this person or the situations. So we've got hustling coming out. I feel like this is you. Right, okay, so I feel this is you, right? This is advice for you. So, hustling, making it rain, focused on the bag, money is the mission. So you're just cracking on with things, you know, get back to hustling, remain unbothered, right? Because boss daddy, stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy. This is you. You know your worth and value. With that coming out, I'm gonna hazard a guess that the King of Pentacles is yourself. So you're gonna start pulling back that kind of I need to help everybody, Queen of Pentacles energy, and stepping into that King of Pentacles energy. Remaining unbothered. I've got this. I've got, you know, I am successful. You know, I don't need it. You know, I was happy to help people, but I don't need to, and I'm not going to anymore because I'm a boss. You know what I mean? Let's continue. So what else we got? Right, moving. Another one flying now. So that is. Right. Okay. I feel like this is clues to who this person is. Right. Okay. So we've got moving. So it's somebody who's recently moved or in the process of moving. Marrying for money, and yet again this one comes out. So it's somebody who's either got the energy of that, or potentially they might be getting married soon. You know what I mean? But they're just doing it for the dollar. Okay. Court or case, sexual infection, sexual disease, rash, etc. Now this one, as I always say, you know, it's extremely unlikely that you're going to know if somebody's got an STI. So what I'm more drawn to normally is rash. So then we go down skin condition. Road, bad reputation. Okay, so they do have a bad reputation. I mean, if it's anything to do with the kind of cliques that I run in, because I'm, you know, I take in the waifs and the strays and the excommunicated. A lot of these people do have bad reputations. You know what I mean? I've got a bad reputation. Yeah. So there's some clues. Let's just do a few more. Right, so you're a Queen rising, glowing up, loud, all eyes on her, coming up spotlight. Okay, again, this is a common one that comes out. For them, it's same shit, different day. Okay, they're just grinding away. They haven't got anything on you. Okay, they haven't got anything on you at all, but they're struggling now. Wolf in sheep's clothing, they're going to be getting their bad karma. They've got a stalker energy, lurking online, still checking your stories, obsession never left. Okay. You're getting an offer, genuine intentions, door opening, are you ready to receive? Okay, yeah, I don't want you to worry about this person, okay? This person hasn't got anything. They're gonna try, they're gonna fail, because, you know, after time and time again, taking hit after hit after hit, you got nothing to worry about. You know, yes, there is going to be a bit of a period of feeling left out in the cold, but, you know, so be it. You know, like I say, if you, like me, have been excommunicated for whatever reason, you're used to that, so there's nothing to worry about it. Your abundance is coming in. Just know it. Know it.